Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers Generations Studio Series Bumblebee Wheeljack. And I realize now, like I've been running through these videos, I haven't been doing the backgrounds and the boxes for these guys. And that's mostly because I don't get a ton of value out of that part of the toy. So yeah, for the Studio Series figures, I've stopped doing the backgrounds. Just because it's not something that's important to me compared to the toy and the engineering. But here is Bumblebee Wheeljack from that opening prologue of the Bumblebee movie. And I think I've said it every time I've touched one of these figures, but this might be my favorite of the Bumblebee line. Each one is so nice in its engineering and has new tricks and cool stuff going on. I really, really enjoy Wheeljack. By the end of these, I'll have to pick my favorite. But yeah, here is Wheeljack. And he turns into a Cybertronian car, heavily reminiscent of his G1 self. There we go. I was like, but yeah, I really, really love the paintwork again here. That tampo on the front, the green that leads into this green section up here, the red here, and then we do have some very nice use of transparent plastic. Here, this is transparent blue, and we've got some of the really well matched I don't know what you call that, cream white color, off-white here, and then a darker red here that works, even though it's not the same as this Tampo red. I think that still works really nicely. And then up here on the front, these two sections of his feet are also transparent plastic, and again covered up with the green and this white to make him look nice and futuristic and Cybertronian-y. Same with the wheels. I like that the wheels are transparent plastic. I actually kind of wish that all of the wheels were transparent plastic on the Bumblebee figures. We do have, on the back, here's one of my minor complaints. We don't really have a vehicle mode back. It's just folded up robot parts in the back. But other than that, I mean, yeah, he looks really nice. He rolls real well. He's got a gun. Here's another complaint. I do wish his gun was a little more distinct. By this point in time, I think we've gotten 3 Bumblebee guns, and I think they all look essentially the same. I mean, Wheeljack's is smaller, but yeah, getting more unique weapons, I think, would have been nice in the line. But again, pretty minor complaint for the figure. And we can see, again, the gun has a little tab here that lets us stick it in like so. Oh. Let's see, which way does it go? There we go. So, Wheeljack compared to Brawn, and here we can see, you know, standard deluxe-ish size, same with Ratchet and Ironhide. The squad is looking pretty good together. I like that a lot. I haven't gotten the Bumblebee Decepticons, and I think it's mostly because they're a little small. I wish they were all the same, you know, scale. Same size, but yeah, the group looks really, really nice together. And again, Wheeljack in his alt mode by himself, I think it's distinctive. It looks fast. It's just, this is a mode that really works for me. Again, if they decided to repaint this as maybe in con colors or just some other character, Slicer or, you know, whoever, Exhaust, I would be very, very happy. I think another minor complaint, I know they used a lot of the paint budget on this transparent plastic, but if we had gotten some additional green on the side here, that would have been nice. But again, minor details. The gun pops off, as we have seen before, and we can get right into transformation. Transformation for this guy is relatively straightforward, but it has some neat tricks that I like a lot. The first thing is the hands back here, they tab into the back of this vehicle mode. You can see on mine, it doesn't, like, the tab doesn't sink in all the way, but it's still a nice solid connection. These, I don't know what you call this, spoiler, maybe it's a spoiler section. It moves just a little bit, so that's kind of the way it should look in alt mode, and then you can close it back up. And we're going to just slide our hands out. And I want to be careful because I always pop off the spoilers. Oh, but we got the hands out this time without spoilers popping off. And then there is a clip here that comes apart very easily. We can come in on the front end and separate out the canopy. Just move that all out of the way, and we got a little robot head and our legs back here. We can come in on the back, flip out his head, kind of basically just isolating the legs so we can focus on them. For transformation, we're going to separate our legs. We're going to come in and we are going to flip out these wheels here. I like Yeah, I like the idea of the transformation is what I was going to say, but the clip I feel like could be just a little bit smaller to be more secure. But yeah, you bring the wheels out on either side. It feels nice and clicky, and there's like little rattling bits. It's just very satisfying. Again, reminds me of maybe a T30 style transformation, War for Cybertron style transformation. Bring out our feet. We're going to bend our knees, and we're backwards, so the knees, well, we can separate out that panel as well, but the knees bend this way, and that lets us get this shin piece up and around, pull it out, flip it around, close it back up. This back wheel piece being in the direction that it is allows us to flip this panel piece down, and we're basically building a nice, surprisingly chunky leg, which I like. It's made out of panels, but I think it does a real good job showing kind of the proportions that they want for the Bumblebee figures. Bring this leg down again, pull that out, flip it around, flip it around, close it up, separate that panel, bring it around. Again, it's not like complicated in what you're doing, but the number of steps is nice and satisfying. For our torso piece, we can rotate this whole thing around, facing the right way. We're going to bring the canopy out of the way again. We're going to bring these arms down, and that lets us rotate out our wheels, and I like this inversion a lot. The way we build the chest is probably my favorite thing. We have tabs up front that we can bring this platform down onto, and it tabs in on the sides like so. And then this piece of the canopy will fold in, this green piece will fold out, this whole piece folds in, and there is a bar here that's going to go under this slot, like so. So we've got a nicely put together chest piece that's clipped in at 4 different locations, which I appreciate a lot. Or 3, I guess 3, 4. Bring the wings up. And yeah, here we have Wheeljack all transformed. We can give him his gun. And he is a nice looking little deluxe Autobot soldier slash engineer. Yeah, I like this look a lot. And Wheeljack, we'll see the size comparison in a moment, but in terms of articulation, it's another great little figure. We've got that Bayverse style head, and this one isn't as bad as the others. I think the face plate helps. But yeah, it has plenty of articulation. It can look all around. Nicely painted. I really like that his ears, whatever you call them, wing ear fins, are painted. We've got 360 around on the shoulder. Can go out that far. The wing piece can articulate, so it never really gets in the way. You can always kind of position it so it looks correct. We do have a bicep swivel. We do have a double jointed elbow because of transformation. Due to the way it's molded, unfortunately, it's all one piece. There is no wrist swivel, which is a real big shame. We do have waist swivel. The hips kind of bang into the canopy piece, and because it's transparent plastic, I don't think you want to like twist it too far, but it works out just fine. This one's interesting. I know we've had figures in this line that they had hip armor or something that kind of didn't allow them to do the full Van Damme. But in this case, I'm surprised that there wasn't a cut along the top of this hip here to allow us to get more out of that rotation, or out of that split dynamic. We do have thigh swivel, of course, which is nice. A 90-degree bend before it gets in the way of kibble. If we want to break things up, we can. Can we? Let's see. Maybe there's not enough room to get things apart once they're kind of locked in place to squeeze out a little bit more out of that rotation. But yeah, you'd have to like bring things around and then you can go deeper, and that doesn't look great. But it's an option if you want it. And then we do have some tilt here in the ankle as well as forward, backward. So yeah, I think he's decently posable. I think and he looks real nice. I think my biggest complaint is just what we're gonna see next. Here is Wheeljack, and here is Brawn. This to me feels off. I really liked that we got, Ironhide and Ratchet standing tall. I feel like for the Bayverse, or for the Bumblebee stuff, Wheeljack should be as tall as the two in the back. The vehicle modes were all pretty similar sized. Wheeljack just couldn't pull off the trick to get bigger the way they could, which is a little disappointing. He's like a head taller than Braun. I think I would have liked him 2 heads taller. But again, as a squad, I think they look pretty nice. And yeah, Wheeljack is another easy recommendation. I think the Bumblebee Studio Series line in general, it's fun transformations. Everyone does some sort of interesting trick. I feel like there's the right level of complexity in the play pattern here for transformation. Braun is the simplest one by far, but I like what he does with his legs a lot. Yeah, and so far, I think, again, Wheeljack might be my favorite next. It keeps changing as I'm playing because they're all just really easy recommendations and really good figures. Yeah, and it's again, for the price of a deluxe, I think this is maybe the best bang for your buck. But if you don't want to pay deluxe prices, that is a-okay, because this squad plus one more figure is what I am giving away. Right now, as you're watching this, I am currently in Italy. When I come back in the next week's video, there will be the final opportunity to enter the giveaway. If you go back and you watch the Ratchet video, the Ironhide video, the Braun video, those are opportunities to enter the giveaway also. So this is our 4th chance to enter the giveaway. But each one had a question of the day. The question of the day for Wheeljack is, which version of Wheeljack is your favorite? As I was playing around with him, I was thinking back to like the different versions of Wheeljack. There's the engineer / crazy scientist from G1. My personal favorite is Prime Wheeljack. I like that he's a combat engineer, but he also is a bit of an ass kicker. I like that he's involved in the Wreckers. That was really, really neat. There's Wheeljack from the IDW cartoon, or IDW comics. There's the Wheeljack that we don't get to see a ton of in Bumblebee, but there is him. I guess technically Q counts, but I feel like he's an abomination. Then there's the Unicron Trilogy Wheeljack. So yeah, which Wheeljack is your favorite? Just let me know and let me know why. Again, answer in the comments below. At the end of next week's video, there will be one more entry, and then the video after that, after there have been 5 opportunities to enter the giveaway, I will announce the winner. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye!